Well, hello again, folks. Celebrating 100 years here in Battle Creek at the VA. Of course, this was last fall. And this is a wonderful display that they have here. The little history of this medical center over the years. Different directors right here of this facility. Awards, congressional record, congressional recognition, top performer in helping the Vietnam veterans. Another little timeline. Medal of Honor recipients. Some of the old postcards used to be able to buy here. Send them home to your loved ones while you're recuperating here in the hospital, being rehabilitated. There's one of the outdoor tunnels. Took videos of earlier. We'll look at one here in a minute. Of course, here is the seal, the Veterans Administration. More write-ups. Very interesting little article right here. Battle Creek's first, the VA here, Medical Center. First patient dies at 100. Yep. Passed away on October 13th, 1992. Bill Anderson. Rest in peace. They planned to build a miniature golf course. And they did. Artist conceptions. Wonderful poster here. Back in the day, recruiting artillery. Over there across the street, the World War II barracks area. This is World War I. That's a French 75 that the U.S. adopted and trained with here on Fort Custer. Yep. Artist drawing. (1939). We are in this building right here, right now. Oh, I'm sorry, we are not. We're in this building right now. I'm sorry. Here's some of the German prisoners of war. I did a video earlier on their graves over here in the National Cemetery. Many of them were killed, I believe it was on Halloween, riding in a truck coming back from work. They were working while they were incarcerated, and I think it was 14 of them were killed. And the others that had died over the years are buried there as well at the German Memorial and Cemetery there. They have quite a ceremony of the German Americans from the area and all over come there once a year to commemorate that. Yep. These are really cool. They start out down here in the bottom, and you can see our veterans back in the day. Fort St. Joseph, the Native American Scouts, Kalamazoo and Korean War Memorial. And again, you can see a soldier there in the snow. In Korea, Ghost Mountain Boys, 1942, 32nd Division. We move up into the Civil War, Kalamazoo's 25th Infantry, the Second Battle of River Raisin, first Battle of River Raisin here in Michigan. The terrible war. World War I. 2001. Vietnam. Air Force fighter pilot. Army medics. Marine Corps. Crew chief. Helicopter. Sniper. Navy SEAL. This part of the building is a cafeteria. They're keeping it very clean, and the line will open for lunch. And veterans will come in here and partake. Get free books right here. And behind me is another cafeteria, short order line, and the PX. If you love your nurse, you can fill out one of these forms and drop it in this box, and the director will issue that nurse a daisy, and they wear these little daisies on their IDs, on their lanyards. Some of these ladies have quite a few of them. Great staff. We love the nurses here. Here's the short order line. Here's the PX. Need a license plate, you got it here. You got everything over here, perfume, everything that you want. Candy, soft drinks, Crocs. I think there's Crocs back here. Oh, some kind of sliders over there in the corner. Everything else. All right, be right back. Okay, to avoid the copyright music, stand here and you can see all the boonie hats and the veterans caps and so forth. And here's part of the famous tunnel. They built this many years ago, decades and decades ago, and so that you could walk from building to building on this quite large campus here at the hospital and be cool in the summer and warm in the winter. You didn't have to walk outside. And this is called the tunnel. You see these panels right here. They have all the artwork and so forth. These used to be windows. See the 3 panels? Okay? Just like here. And you go along every so often, there's just windows all the way. And to conserve energy and so forth, the VA came through here many years ago, and every other window panel of 3 windows they sealed up. Used to be a lot brighter. Think how much brighter it'd be in here with a half light. Here's one of the walkways that you cut over into the other rooms in the building. Of course, we walked up the steps down here at the end into the patient dining room. And this is the handicap access and all access. And we walk along here to another building access point. This is the one that I'm going to take. You can see how the tunnel system goes up into the other buildings. That's the main building right there. We're going to walk right out here and over in that direction where I'm parked. But till then, take this little trip right here, and you can see how this used to be larger. This was an open archway, and then a couple decades ago they bricked it in and put those doors right there. I'll show you what it used to look like. You'd come in, and there are many archways like that, Again, buildings. This one takes you back to the gym, okay, and so forth. Okay, there's a door right here, okay. You step through here. This was open. This is all open. You can see all the new ductwork and things. This right here was a wall. There's no door right here. Walk through the little archway. This was all open. You could drive through here, okay. When they reconfigured things a little bit, they bricked this in, and you can see right here where the driveway, now it's a trash dumpsters there, backed up to it, but you could drive straight through, and straight through over to this one as well, okay? You can see the outside of the tunnel here. Okay, now we're standing outside those doors, and you can see the archway, and used to drive through here. You can see the bumpers down here on the bottoms, okay? So people, whatever vehicle or whatnot, if they hit that or so forth, those are bumpers to protect the rest of the building. At one time, they were using old shells, military shells. They were all steel, there was no explosives in them, and they were setting those like that and using those as bumpers until that stockpile ran out. The vehicle right here going to back up that little dockway right there. We're going to go around this way and head out. So today, say goodbye to the tunnels. See the VA water tower just peeking over. And there's somebody using that access. Now again, you could, back in the day, you could drive through here too. Okay, but they sealed that up. They put the yellow barriers in front and automatic sliding doors. So this part of the VA and the tunnel system is no longer a free ranging and free flowing, but it was a smart reconfiguration, and it works. During COVID, this is where we had to enter. The main part of the hospital that we entered, we got here, was all closed. Emergency care services and everything were performed right here, taking you right inside there. It was really something during COVID. Again, perfect example of a Michigan parking lot. 95% pickup trucks and SUVs. And I think we can see that here as well. Take a snapshot of this parking lot and ask someone, what state might you be in? Well, if you looked at the license plates, you might be able to figure out we don't have to have a front plate here. Nope, just a rear. Yes. Oh, there's a Kia Soul. I used to own one. I owned a 2013, a black Eco Soul, they called it. And you know, it got me around in some really bad weather that winter. It's something else. I loved it. I loved it. It was a good little car. Here we go. Out the house. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching. I got it all done. Yep, the vampire got me. Be safe out there.